Hello there, this is only one Kenobi. Only one. Listen. It gives me great pleasure to open and review this. Now, I got this recently and I have been after this Emperor, I'd say, for a long time. Ever since it came out, I knew I wanted to get him. And I knew one way or another I would get him. But I haven't done anything silly. I haven't gone buying the whole wave. I haven't really bought any of the figures in that whole 5 points of articulation line, really. I knew one way or another I might get lucky and get hold of it, and basically I got this 3-pack for £11.28 recently at the Entertainer, which is a UK toy store. And I went and found it online and I did the whole click and collect. But actually when I went down to the store to get it recently, I found there was like loads of them swinging on the shelf. So for £11.28 for 3 figures, it's a bit of a good... It's a bloody good deal. Anyway, considering it's got this in here, and that is a can't miss figure. If you are a collector of any type, 5 POA, fully articulated, 6-inch, 3.75, whatever, you need this. And I could tell even from the publicity shots when it first came out, I thought, wow, I need to get it. But anyway, so I have it now. Stay tuned, I'm going to open it, so I'm not just going to show you in a box and then say goodbye. I'm going to open it up. Also in this set, you get this Luke Skywalker. Let me just angle it so the light's not coming off it. You get that Luke Skywalker, which is highly reminiscent of the VC23 mold. There it is. I've seen a reviewer talking about the Luke in that set, and he's got kind of orange hair, which is interesting, but apparently that's kind of like a tip of the hat to the original 80s Jedi Knight Luke. And also, this is a really intriguing figure. This Emperor's Royal Guard is also looking stunning, to be honest. The screen accuracy is absolutely bob on there. Really good. I actually wouldn't mind buying another one of these to have another one of him, and then I could do something else with the Emperor because it's such a good figure. I wouldn't mind having 2 of them. But anyway, all in good time. If I see another one, I'll probably get it. But anyway, should we open it up? Let's do this. Just before I open these, I'm going to show you some close-ups in the box. Now, it's been said that this is the best Palpatine they've ever made in 3.75, and I am not going to argue with anyone who makes that statement because it's clearly true. It's really awesome. I don't know where they're going to go from here. It's unbeatable, that, really, as far as I'm concerned. They could indeed consider doing soft goods and seeing how that goes, because I quite like the soft and hard goods combinations. I like that Phantom Menace version of Sidious. I thought that worked out quite well. I know that a few people don't like that. Babbling Booby might not like that, and a few other people I've spoken to. But anyway, I just think it's great. I think it's a really good Palpatine. I can't wait to get it open. The Luke's alright. I'll be able to do something with him. He's a bit cross-eyed, as you can see. And then, of course, as I said before, this Royal Guard is just excellent. The sculpting of that robe, you just can't miss. So hard goods, it's a great argument and an advert this for the quality or the power of hard goods to give you great looking figures to display in any diorama you're doing. But anyway, I'm really pleased with, I haven't even opened it yet, and I'm loving how it all looks. So let's open it. I'm just glad to get a Palpatine now to go with all the Royal Guards I've army built over the years. I've got a few of them now, some of the ones from the Black Series, which are repacks of the Vintage Collection. And I've got others, but, you know, me and others, we've not had a decent Palpatine. The only decent Palpatine I've got is from the Power of the Force 2. That goes back years. There's been some shocking Palpatines, Emperors, I mean, depicting him from the Return of the Jedi, but this one is just unbelievable. Look at that, how good's that? Its figure is got 7 points of articulation, so it's got the head, arms and legs, that's 5, and then this, the wrist articulation. So yeah, as I'm sure you will have seen in other reviews, as is the same with this Luke, that's also got 7 POA. It's quite nice that they're easing back more articulation, but really I'd sooner it all be articulated, to be honest, as much as possible. Anyway, and yeah, this Luke is not bad either, actually. Now I've got it out of the packaging and I've had a look at it myself. Don't know if he's standing funny on that stand or not, but anyway, looks like he's drunk. He's standing on an angle, he's going uphill. Sorry about that, you get a general idea. Yeah, he's alright. It's not at all a bad figure for 5 POA anyway. I'm going to spin around so we can have a look at the front Luke. Yeah, it's alright. Not much I can say about him really, other than, yeah, looks like a bit of a copy to some extent of the VC23. But anyway, it's nice that you can articulate the arms there. And then there you go. But anyway, so he's number 3 out of, if I was to rank them in order of decentness. But this guy is also pretty darn good. Look at that. Because I could do with getting another one, like I said before, and I'd have him, You know, like those two ones that were standing guard in Vader. It was nice to see that in Rogue One, actually. The Royal Guard doesn't only protect the Emperor, that, you know, he protects both the Sith Lords at the top of the hierarchy of the Empire, including Vader when he's at his most vulnerable. But anyway, that is an awesome Royal Guard. Victoria's Cantina did a head-to-head in height, sort of like to measure how tall these guys were, and he's quite short. But if you had another one of him stood next to each other, you know, who cares? Who'd notice in a separate diorama? But anyway, I'm just for £11.28. This is such a bargain. So, and you know, the more I think about it, the more I want to get another one. Not only to get another Emperor, but to get another Royal Guard. But anyway, that Emperor is just excellent. I mean, I don't really want to do much else because he's 5 POA and you can't really do much with the articulation. But that is the pose that you want, that they've made him stand in primarily, and that's what I'd have him in. With a couple of Royal Guards next to him, I'd have my entire legion. Well, no, I'd have a fair few surrounding him, with maybe Vader standing, looking, watching on with him. And anyway, since I mentioned him before, this was the Vintage Collection Palpatine, which is all well and good. It works more for Sidious because, you know, in that era of his career, he's a bit more articulated anyway, what with him flying around with a lightsaber as opposed to this kind of, you know, stature that he has in the Return of the Jedi. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see what they could do, because not only would I like to see a fully articulated one of him with maybe soft goods, I really, really want the card back, that classic 80s card back. I'll leave a link as well in this description, not only for the Entertainer toy shop, but also for my video I did, a Vintage Collection Wishlist episode on Sidious, because man, does he need to come back one way or another again. I know he's come back in this form and they've done a very good job. Hasbro, yeah. I mean, if nobody was happy with the 5 POA line, cop a load of this. Learn to love it. Whether you like it or whether you don't like it, by God, woo! Learn to love it! Just like Ric Flair would say. That's a bit random to end this video on an impression of Ric Flair, but ladies and gentlemen, this has been Only One Kenobi, Emperor Palpatine, a royal guard who doesn't speak, and Luke Skywalker, out.